now. We're going to do the whole show from here.
All right, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And we're ready to rock.
All righty. Five, four, three, two, one. Well, hello there. This is Keith, the boss of the beach. And of course, it's almost 4th of July. And if you're going to be tuning in to us, of course, this is W.V.E.T. onlineradio.com. And I'm Keith, the boss of the beach, and the show is Voice for Veterans. We're going to spend the rest of this month going from different VFWs. We're going to go to American Legions, AMVETs, and of course our VA. And we're here, of course, at this VFW. And we want to say thank you for tuning in and listening to us today. Of course, this is a special 4th of July radio show. And I got lucky because they're going to be having their big activity on the 3rd. You'll be hearing this on the morning of the 3rd. You'll be hearing this tomorrow. So if you're anywhere and you want to support a veterans activity, stay tuned to this program, and we're going to tell you where to come, where to enjoy this day. I want to say thank you to Tim and, of course, Gino for what they do to support our veterans at always. We want to thank again for American Veterans Alliance. We support veterans too, and all of our people at the VA at the best right now, which is Bay Pines. And again, if you heard us over Memorial Day, you heard from the young lady who's now in charge of marketing, and she was wonderful. There are a lot of good activities coming up from Bay Pines. I have a gentleman sitting here at this VFW that's going to chat with you a minute, and he works at the VA over at Bay Pines, and he just want to say hello and thank everybody again. And of course, my main man, I'm going to put on the phone right now, who takes care of all of our VA people when it comes to our insurance. And of course, this is Peter Gooden. Peter Gooden, of course, is an independent broker who specializes in working with our veterans. And he's going to say hello to you right now and tell you thank you for all you do.
Oh, good afternoon. This is Peter Gooden with Lincoln Heritage. Hey, what we do, we work with veterans and the Bear with Dignity Foundation to make sure that all veterans get a dignified memorial service. And with Lincoln Heritage, with my final wishes, that means you have a dignified memorial when you pass away. So 4th of July is a great time of year. We support all veterans, and WVET online radio, keep it low. Man, God bless. Thank you.
Well, Don had to go to work. He's with the VA. He said, be sure and tell everybody hello. Don is one of the executives out there and works hard to maintain our relationship with veterans. And he's always good to talk with, but he's on his way into the office. And he said, okay, but to please tell everybody happy 4th of July. And that's, of course, is from Bay Pines and their executive staff who appreciate all the stuff that we do and that you do as an audience to make sure that Bay Pines is considered and still one of the best VA centers in the country. We go way back, a long way, when VA was struggling to get more recognition in the state of Florida, and a guy named Bill Young, and then went to battle. And of course, we got Charlie Crist, who's still battling. And we got Governor DeSantis winning the battle. And we want to say we thank them for all the stuff they're doing. Another thing we're going to talk to you about, again, is attention, Florida, on Medicare. You can join Optimum Healthcare and all of the other healthcare services, but make sure that when you do it, that you check them out and see that they are being supported by, of course, the VA. There are a lot of little organizations out here who are trying to get help, but at the same time, they may not be able to do what's expedient. So now, join healthcare, so Medicare Advantage plan, and receive up to, say, we don't know how much money you might not be saving when you get your new benefits for this year. Don't turn down all the phone calls. Just make sure the one you get best serves you, and of course, all the veterans who will be tuning in and listening to this. Now, the second thing is, when it comes to information, you can go to WVETonlineradio.com and click on services. Click on all of the buttons that say something about us, and there's plenty of information. Uh, Vets 214, a lot of information right there. And of course, if you're looking for something when it comes to the University of South Florida, comes to St. Petersburg College, ask them to send you through the VA centers there because they will guide you to the stuff that might be able to help you. If you're not a vet and you're just a brat, which is a children of veterans, or you're just a sidekick. Sidekick is a new term being thrown around here at the VA. I know the young man who started it. His name is Carlos Kelly, and sidekicks are now getting recognition. So those who support veterans in many ways. We want to say thank you to all of those who've been supporting veterans in many ways. We want to talk a little bit about those who know about it but don't support veterans because they don't know that they exist in the way they should help. You can always call up the VA and they'll tell you what organizations in your area. And of course, all of our VSOs get plenty of recognition. But unless you happen to have a family member who's current, family member or children just now joining the military, uh, somebody who died in World War II, and you want to know a little bit more about it, let's call the VA. And they will help you. If you can't get them directly because the line is busy, you can call American Veterans Alliance, Society for Hispanic Veterans, U.S. and Latin Veterans Support Embassy. These are all organizations that will give out proper information and will work directly with you as you look at joining the family of those who can say, we support veterans too. Now, we're going to mention a few cities that have a big push, and one here is St. Petersburg, Tampa. We have a big push to support our veterans in many, 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 many ways. So, you happen to be outside of this area of Florida and you really want some good help, you got James Haley and you got Bay Pines right here. So I don't care if you're all the way down somewhere in Fort Myers or you're all the way almost to Orlando, come our way and we're going to give you the best support. There's something new coming out, which is called Tiny Homes for Homeless Veterans. Now we're working with a group that does, I guess they're considered tiny homes too, but they've taken um, railroad cars and converting them into tiny homes. What's nice about this railroad car is its durability. It is made of steel and tin and copper, all that makes it a little bit better than just wood. They're small homes, well designed, and you can get one for veterans. There are programs set up now for veterans who are interested in getting a small home and coming out from under the bridge. Join the effort to provide tiny homes to homeless veterans in St. Petersburg. And of course, your big heart provides homeless veterans with their own tiny home. And of course, you can donate, of course, to celebrateoutreach.org, celebrateoutreach.org, find out a little bit more about them. And of course, this is also supported by University, of course, of South Florida. I really do want you all to look at this because this is something that's going to be a big benefit, especially in our state. We have a lot of homeless veterans making their way down here. They're coming out of New York, they're coming out of Pennsylvania, and they're coming out of all these other foreign places in the cold for the sole purpose of getting warm. Approximately 1.4 million of the veterans are considered risk homelessness due to poverty, lack of support, network, and extreme shortages of available houses have now made their way to us. Homeless veteran statistics says the U.S. Florida has second largest number of homeless veterans. We're close to 3,000 just in our area. Let's put some of these little boxcars in some of these little homes, please, to use. Now, 329 veterans, they say, in Pinellas County spending under the bridge. I can tell you it's way more than that. But if they say 329, we got some work to do. Don't forget, celebrate outreach. Or catch us right here, WVETonlineradio.com. And we have something for you. Another place that I want you to go and start looking up information as you need more, and that's going to be your Veterans Guide from Bivouac, Bivouac. That is a local paper here that supports our veterans. The man is a gentleman and a scholar, but we have a lot more information available in Bivouac than we can even do on the website. So what we want you to do is go pick up a Bivouac anywhere you can to support our veterans, and you continue to support. Don't forget, WVETOnlineradio.com. And if you're tuning in to us on a local basis, that's 96.7 FM Sunshine Radio. And I'm Keith, the boss of the beach. You can find me at one of the beaches. I'm constantly out there looking around. We have a lot of things to talk about more today, but I want you to take a minute, and we're going to talk about this VA, and she's going to tell you about their activity that's getting ready to happen on the 3rd. I want all of y'all to support this activity. Come out and enjoy all of the entertainment and fun that you can enjoy and support another veterans VFW. Hold on one second. Janet? She's going to tell you a little bit of. Oh, that's not you, Janet. Janet got somebody else's name up there on the wall, and I'm calling her. At least she answered. But we want to say thank to every one of us who are actually spending time taking something into today, because the 4th of July is coming. And guess what? It is the second largest holiday that supports veterans. Veterans Day is the first, Memorial Day is the second, and of course, 4th of July actually is third. We celebrate America on the 3rd. I'm going to let Patty tell you a little bit about this in a few minutes, but I want you to know something else too. Over the last year and a half, we've had COVID. I recently visited New York, and COVID is still there, but much less of COVID is here. In New York, everybody had on a mask, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're at a bar, whether you're in a park, whether you're in a government building, whether you're at the train or the airport, everybody wore their mask. They asked me where I was from. I had my mask around my chin, and I said, well, I'm from Florida. They said, uh-oh, y'all don't even wear them down there no more. I said, you're probably right, but I do. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. If you're inside a location, don't be afraid to put it on. It'll work out fine. There's some people who have not taken their shots, and your mask still protects you and your children and your grandchildren and the babies that are unborn. Let's take care of the future. We already made it, and most of our veterans will agree to that we're already made it. I always tell people when they start talking about veterans and they start talking about tired of fighting with the VA, call us first. Don't fight with them. They've gotten better. You may be getting some of the old timers who've been set in their ways and don't realize that things have had to change, and they have. We want you to know that you can go to the VFW if you have a legal problem, and they'll take you to the legal center or somewhere where you can get help. So don't be in despair. There's plenty of help here to help. And this is another little bit of information from Voice for Veterans. Now, I'm going to stay tuned right now. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. I hope you enjoyed that little interview and segment there. We always appreciate those who put in something just for us. Now I'm going to go on to something else. What's happening is there is a calendar for the month of July, and all of the VA posts are posting what they're going to be doing. Please go to your local VA, look for their calendar of events, and guess what? There's a lot to do. Of course, not only in Pinellas County, but the surrounding counties. And we want to say thank you to all of those who continue to support that. but all the surrounding counties have pitched in to make sure that anything that we do to support veterans, you know about. So don't be afraid. Tune in, come by, find somebody. There are a couple of VA locations you can get beside Bay Pines. There's one downtown St. Pete. Feel free to stop by the office, 501 First Avenue North. Come by, sit down, ask, look for it, see what they can do. Now we're moving on to my favorite segment, and that is where you're going to be this time around. If you're going to be in Florida, make sure that you give AAA a call. They have some of the best information when it comes to traveling throughout the state. They have all kinds of discounts and stuff that they will offer for those who are supporting our veterans. Be sure and say you heard it here, either 96.7 locally or WVETonlineradio.com. And of course, say you heard it from Keith, the boss of the beach. We're going to be doing more to support our veterans here. Again, I am broadcasting live right here from a VFW, and for me, it's considered the best one. I've been coming in and out of here for years now. They have the best chicken wings in the world, but they also have good people, and they spend their time supporting veterans. We did an event where they helped pay for a special wheelchair created by one of the directors, and it looks like a tractor, or let's just say a tank wheels on the bottom of it. This man can ride up and down hills because he was a hunter, and all of his friends realized that they were missing him, and they pitched together and got a bunch of us together, and they built him a special wheelchair that's now being hailed all the way across the country. It's one of those innovations to support veterans. I want you to know that there's a lot of good things happening in our VFWs, in our American Legions, in our AMVETs. We tend to believe that it ended with World War II. It just began. And a lot of the VFWs are making transformation moves so that they can be more accessible for a younger generation of vets. You know, the Afghanistan and of course our Iraqi vets, Kuwaiti vets. It's a different breed, a new breed. But the VFWs, the AMVETs, the American Legions, the American Veterans Alliances, all are making adjustments to make it more comfortable for those vets, for their needs to be taken care of. So I want you to know right now, do not stay away from your VFW. If you happen to be a Vietnam vet or you happen to be an Afghanistan vet, you all come back to the VFW. Come back to our AMVETs. Come back to American Veterans Alliance. Come back to all of those places that have supported over the years the early vets, and now we're going to support the newer ones. We want you to know that this is the best you can get, and it gets better because we make it better. You make it better. All of us make it better. And don't forget, burial with dignity. We're planning a major, major, major event coming because we want to support all of those veterans who passed during the pandemic and before the pandemic. Burial with dignity has finally come alive. It's needed, and we have some good people now supporting it. We want to especially give a shout out to Edwina Alvarez and her wonderful husband and their family and the two little dogs because they did a big thing for us a couple of weeks ago, and they're going to be doing something big for us over the 4th. So I want you all to look out for it, and we will be making much more conversation about this and many other things. Now, I'm going to take another break here, and we'll be right back with another wonderful segment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the 4th of July coming up, and I got to have music. I'm going to have Gino right now plug in some good music for our veterans, and then we will give you a closeout. Thank you for all of those who are listening, but we got to have music with this conversation. It gives us a little bit more to do, and I'll be right back after this song. Yes, that's one of my favorite songs. I know you enjoyed it. And that was to kick off the 4th of July weekend. And we're going to do a little extra Star Spangled Banner and maybe throw in some What's Going On with Marvin Gaye. We don't know, but we know the music is going to fit the bill. There's a guy who did a song many years ago. His name is Kuda. And I hope you can find him somewhere on YouTube or somewhere. He's got a great veteran song that I hope that you listen to. We'll be playing it again next week just to thank Kuda for his participation. He's a vet, came out of Nashville, did some wonderful music. He wrote a song just for our veterans, and we're going to play that one before we close out this show. Now, don't forget, a lot of 4th of July activities this weekend, and we're asking everybody to be careful. Take your time. Monitor your children with the fireworks, and be sure that if it's a veteran in that community that might be a little bit shell shocked, too many firecrackers might send them off a little bit. Make sure you know where they are and make sure that they're comfortable. We did a whole segment on those veterans who have to watch out for because sometimes the 4th of July may be a little bit too ruckus. Remember those vets too. They remember you and remember those vets too. But the 4th of July is coming. Go get a flag. If you don't put one up, go find your cousin's flag and put it up for you. Okay? Go out there to a cemetery, smile, and then go out and enjoy some of the festive activities. Take your children out. Take your grandchildren out. Take your cousins' children out. And guess what? Stop by any VFW and ask them what they're doing and give them some support as well. Of course, this is Keith, the boss of the beach. One more great show done for you. And don't forget, as this music takes you out, be able to say, we support vets too. I'll be right back. Thank you. Hold on, Gino. What branch were you in, sir? Now, will you say, I didn't need but I was blessing for this 4th of July? Your name? Edward Egan Christopher. He's obviously not a bum. With that kind of name, he's a diplomat or something. But he's going to say thank you to all of you all and give him a shout out.
Hello from VFW Post 6827. My name is Edward Egan Christopher. I'm the chaplain for the auxiliary. I wish you all a happy, healthy, and blessed New Year's. God bless America, and God bless you all. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, that's a man after my own heart. He's already given us the thing that we should be thinking about. In this 4th of July, after this pandemic, Happy New Year. This one starts now. Happy New Year from the end of this pandemic as this old stage from a good man here who said thank you. Now, Patty, I got Patty. She's going to say thank you too from the VFW.
Hi, this is Patty. I work at the VFW, 6827. It's a great place to work for. I work here because I love helping veterans. We are having a July 3rd picnic. It starts at 1 o'clock in our tiki bar outside. It's going to be a great time. Hope you all enjoy it and come. Thanks.
That's Patty. She's been around a long time. She's been here so long they don't even remember who I am. This is one of those places that I always say, if you don't even, if you can't, if you're not a veteran, you don't know how, they have a book that you can sign in and still come by and support this one. And all the VFWs and them have the same right. So don't put us down. Don't put the VFWs down and over this weekend. Stand up for them. Ours is going to be stand up for veterans. Next week, we'll be talking about a stand down coming. But this week, be sure, take the time to enjoy yourself and thank America for being here. All you all who came, maybe through slavery, maybe through uh, you were in trouble in the country you were in, you got here. All we expect out of you is to be a part of this growth in this country because we all came from somewhere else. Again, Keith, the boss of the beach, and this is Voice for Veterans. And I want to say you stay tuned. And when you can, get to the beach. Over and out. We got that one down, done.